Have you ever heard of a queen who was also a pirate? Not in a movie, but a real life, honest to goodness, pirate queen. We all know about Blackbeard and Captain Kidd, but what if I told you there was a woman ruling the high seas with an iron fist, long before they were even a twinkle in history's eye? Let's sail back to the 3rd century BC, to a kingdom called Illyria, on the coast of the Adriatic Sea. Here reigned Queen Teuta. After her husband, King Agron, died, Teuta took the throne, not just as a regent for a young stepson, but as a true power in her own right. And what was her kingdom's main industry? Well, let's just say it was... privateering. Or, to be more direct, piracy. Under Teuta's command, Illyrian ships became the terror of the Adriatic. They swarmed merchant vessels, seizing cargo and capturing crews. It was a lucrative business, and Teuta's pirates were very, very good at Italiano. Soon, complaints started pouring in from neighboring powers, especially the rapidly expanding Roman Republic. Roman merchants were losing a fortune and demanded that something be done. So, Rome sent 2 ambassadors to have a little chat with the pirate queen. They arrived at her court and politely asked her to stop her subjects from looting their ships. Teuta's response is legendary. She looked at the Roman envoys and calmly told them that, according to Illyrian law, piracy was a lawful trade. She declared that it was not the custom of Illyrian royalty to prevent their subjects from taking private prizes at sea. In other words, she basically said, "It's not my fault my people like to plunder. Deal with it." As you can imagine, the Romans were not amused. One of the envoys lost his temper and said some pretty undiplomatic things, telling Teuta that Rome would force her to change her customs. For Teuta, this was the ultimate insult. She had the envoy assassinated on his way back home. This act was a direct declaration of war. True to her word, Queen Teuta didn't back down. She gathered her fleet of swift, agile warships, known as lembuses, and launched a full-scale naval campaign. She didn't just raid merchants. She attacked Greek colonies allied with Rome and even laid siege to major port cities. She was one of the first female rulers in history to command a naval war against a major power, a pirate queen taking on the mighty Roman Republic. Ultimately, Rome's military machine was too much for Teuta's kingdom. They sent a massive fleet, an army, and after a fierce conflict known as the First Illyrian War, Teuta was defeated. She was forced to accept a harsh treaty, losing much of her territory and paying a heavy tribute. Her pirate kingdom was brought to an end, but her story lives on. Queen Teuta was a fierce, intelligent, and defiant ruler who challenged the greatest power of her time. She was a pirate queen before pirates were even cool, a woman who ruled the waves and wasn't afraid to tell Rome itself to back off. It is a powerful reminder that history is full of incredible figures you've probably never heard of. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the past, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing stories from history. See you next time.